Probably likes a snack food. It's gonna hit you in the eye. Protective eyewear, maybe plastic. What's
stretching? My late afternoon stretch.
What's happening now? Then you gotta
stretching. I'm just getting limber.
But is there something that's gonna?
No. Well, is it the ladies next?
Yeah.
You gotta get out of the way.
Really, Rob's doing him a favor because now that he's spat corn nuts all over the first 3 rows, you're on high alert, and you should be, because every now and then stuff goes flying.
That's right.
These ladies take the stage, and those ladies are, in no particular order, Briana, Buckmaster, Rhodes, and Lisa Barrett.
No, leave it like that, Briana. That's how I like to sit on my chairs.
They're having sex. Leave them alone. Sex chairs.
Well, now you just made it weird. You see, they bought collapsible chairs for you now. It's like
I know. They're always preparing for me, which makes me happy and sad.
Yeah, I get it. Ladies,
peace out.
go do it.
Hi guys. Lisa Barry, everyone. Are they all done? Have we made sure everybody's finished with the chair love? Has everybody, chairs, have you all finished?
First off, there was consent, right?
Who finished first? Okay. That's what we really want to know. Now we're going to sit on it. Yeah, it's going to be one of those panels.
All right.
As opposed to the other kind of panels we have? I'm not used to sitting in chairs.
I love it. I love how close we are. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I
just ate some nuts. I'm sorry. I ate a banana.
I had onions in my salad.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, we're a regular stink sauce up here. Okay, I guess we'll answer questions. I can't see anything. You! What do we do?
We're starting on.
Hi.
So my question's for Lisa. My question is, was Billy the one to reap the original death, and what did she say to him?
Ooh, we're starting now.
Oh my goodness, now I want that to be like an episode. I'll say yes. I'll say yes. In my mind's eye, the way that I played Billy has come from a perspective of the very first episode that I did, my character's been there the whole time with death. I'm right there next to him being like, don't make that deal, man. You know how this gonna go. And he just never listened to me, and I was always in my invisible state. So when it happened, I was like, oh! Had to reap him, and then knew what was going to happen and get ready for that position to kind of unfold. But I probably also said, told you so.
Thank you.
Told you so.
Hi, I'm Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Briana, I love your hair. I just want to start.
Thanks. Thanks, team.
I'm 20 weeks pregnant, and I was...
Congratulations! Woo! You name it, Briana?
That was one of my choices, but...
Thank you. I knew it.
I've had a question. What did you feel as, like, moms, what did you feel like was vital or you wish you would have taken with you when you went to labor to the hospital? Like,
drugs. Lots of drugs. No, that is a personal decision. But drugs. No, do your thing. Okay, but real talk, like I had a baby in Vancouver, and Vancouver is very rounded and earth-centric, and a lot of the moms in my mom's group were having home births and water births and no drugs. And I was like, And I wanted to have my mom gave birth to me without drugs, and you know, we worked really hard to train to, you know, I think it's something that you should aim for. I had complications, and I was so grateful that I was in the hospital because of that. I choose to give birth in a hospital. And a lot of me really wishes that I would have had a home birth. Man, oh man, when they gave me those drugs. And I still, sometimes I'm like, I wish I hadn't taken the drugs, but drugs.
Okay, so you're 20 weeks pregnant, so I'm not going to tell you any of my stories. I'll tell them after you've had your baby. But I will tell you the day after I gave birth, my OB walked into my room and said, "So, you want to hear how close you came to dying? Because it was really close." Right? Point being, everything in my head ultimately was just so that I could try to feel better about an experience I had no control over. Be okay having no control, and whatever the fuck happens will be what's supposed to happen. You're gonna be awesome. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Bella, and my question is, so, Supernatural fan would like to make gifts and go on Tumblr and Pinterest and all that. What's your favorite thing you've seen on those sites? And all of them, but like...
What's the favorite thing we've seen on Tumblr? Where do I start? Well, there's probably a penis involved. Yeah, we see all that shit, okay? We're perverts too. Fun fact, I have not seen, I think Kim has maybe got the best answer to this. She's drawing my attention. Heads up, No, I don't know who's seen what, but I do know that Tumblr's got all the sexy posts. So that's where I hang out. What was your question?
Are you asking if we've seen fanfic and fan creations and what among them we have enjoyed? Or are you asking who we ship?
But, like...
Oh no, I want to know this stuff!
Sure, like, like, your favorite thing you've seen on Tumblr about Supernatural and, like, the ships and all that? Like, what's your favorite thing you've, like, looked at and just, like, burst
And
out
what?
laughing?
No, continue that sentence. What's the favorite thing we've looked at and...
Like, about Supernatural, just, like, burst out laughing.
Oh, laugh. Oh, yes, of course, laughter. That's what we're talking about. I knew that's what she was talking about.
I am quite enjoying, it's not on Tumblr, I enjoy the incorrect Supernatural, I'm getting this wrong,
Ooh,
where they
yes.
substitute the cussing,
Those memes.
where they just like write in the cuss words that you all know we were thinking. I'm enjoying that. I think, what was it, I enjoy the ones that put supernatural characters into other fandoms, like defining the D&D, lawful good, chaotic good, you know, the neutral good as which characters. I like crossovers like that. The things amuse me. What animal would we be if we were all animals? Simple things that I don't actually have to invest much intellectual time in because thinking is hard. I like those.
I mean, I love looking at the artwork because the fandom is filled with so much talent that I'm like, oh my goodness, like some of the drawings and the paintings and the sculptures.
I've seen stuff that you posted. It's like people, man, the stuff that people draw of your fucking beautiful face is some of the most incredible art that I've seen.
Me too, and I'm like,
I love that you would post it. I love that you would post it.
to me, honest to God, if you have taken the time to put your heart and soul into creating something, I think the world needs to see it, and I'm happy to be a platform to share anyone's artwork, especially made with so much love and attention to details. There's some people who I'm like, could you do my eyebrows? That was really, really nice. But I love looking at the artwork. Like, it is just amazing to see how talented this fan base is. It's just like blows my mind.
Thank you.
Hi guys.
Hi!
kind of unrelated to each other, but she would like to know what your guys' favorite dessert are and your favorite songs are.
Great questions. Great questions. Where do I start?
Totally. I was like, what sugar? Is there a category?
I'm gonna pull a Kim here and go, what am I feeling today? Like, am I PMSy? Have I had a big meal beforehand? Is the dessert my meal? Am I mad at someone? Am I mad at myself?
Oh my God, that's so mean.
Every once in a while, Kim will text me a picture of brownies, like a before and after picture. She'll be like, this is before, and it'll just be an empty plate. This is after. I don't know that I have any desserts I dislike. I love ice cream. Love ice cream. Do not care for strawberry ice cream. No, you can put that boo away. Unless it was, you also don't like strawberry ice cream. In which case, you're my people. So I love ice cream, pretty much any kind of ice cream. And my favorite song. Favorite song. That's another one that I would have to ask a lot of questions about. Like, where am I at? Where's my headspace? Am I sad? Am I just waking up? I just had a shower. Favorite song. I'm loving. It really changes all the time. Changes a lot. I love a lot of Broadway music. I love a lot of current music. A lot of oldies. But I'm loving a singer right now named Maggie Rogers. Which is, I suppose, not so
Now's the
famous.
time you woo.
Yes. I honestly saw her perform on Saturday Night Live. I'd never heard her before that, and I was like, wow, you're fascinating. So I encourage you to look up Maggie Rogers. Her music's pretty cool.
I'm a cake person. So like cupcakes, cake, more cake.
Okay, now wait.
Lots of cake.
Where do you fit, this is important to me, where do you fit in the cake to frosting ratio?
Okay, so it's a real thing with cupcakes because I've just taught my nieces and nephews how to eat a cupcake. With
Eat or make?
how to eat.
Oh.
How to eat a cupcake
Do
to get
tell.
good icing cake ratio.
There's
And
a
so
thought we didn't all just lose our minds at the same time.
and I love it so much. And
No, I wanna know how you eat a
so
cupcake.
you take the top of the cupcake and you rip it off and you put it on top and you make yourself a cupcake sandwich. And then you have the perfect icing to cake ratio. Did I just introduce you to something?
Right?
Oh.
I've heard that before, and I
I
totally
need to
forgot about
loosen
it.
my pants and possibly change them. Oh my
It's
God.
so great. It's
Now I
so
want a
great.
cupcake.
Right? So my little nieces and nephews were very excited about that. They're just like, oh,
That's the same face I'm making.
and I was like, you're welcome. Good auntie. That was my good auntie moment. And so yeah, I'm such a cake, anything cake kind of person. And my favorite singer of all time is India Arie. And right on. And Ready for Love is my favorite song. And the only reason it's my favorite song is because it's the song that I used as my mantra to find my man. I literally was just like, I want a guy just like that. And so I sang the song every day, I listened to the song every day, and then like magic, Dion walked into my life and I'm like, holy shit, you're the song. And I'm ready for you. So great. So that's why I actually have an answer to that. I never thought anybody would ever ask me that, but that is my answer.
That's awesome. I like the kind of dessert that has sugar in it. Big fan. Big fan. I like my cookies chewy. Gooey. I like my cake thick with an easy 1-to-1 ratio between cake and frosting. There shouldn't be as much. None of this cream cheese shit. I want full buttercream. Don't dilute my dessert.
I don't know if it's a carrot cake.
No, I hate carrot cake.
Sorry.
No carrot cake. Don't put
Sorry.
vegetables in my desserts. I feel very betrayed when I see a beautiful piece of cake and I bite into it and I'm like, that's healthy.
Do you like fruit desserts?
Nope.
You know, like glazed?
Nope.
Do you know what she likes? She likes grocery store cakes. She loves like a sheet cake. I like that kind of just tastes like
Costco
blue.
cake. Yep.
You know?
Yep, I do like that. Although I also love, as we mentioned or will mention in the podcast, alcove cake, which is a high-end, like they actually melt down C's candies and put it in the cake, and then oh yeah. No, I take my desserts very seriously because more than I love cake, I love ice cream. So the store-bought Chubby Hubby is up there. There's also a number of different, I'm not going to rhapsodize because we only have so much time. I like it. I don't necessarily like cheesecake because I feel like that's also diluting the sugar. I know,
It's like
I'm
a
sorry.
meal though. Cheese and cake.
I know, and which is weird because I adore cheese and I adore cake. I just want to eat them separately.
One in one hand, one in the other.
Yeah. I want that
Gotcha.
experience to combine in my belly. So yes, I don't like excuses for dessert. I feel also very betrayed when I find out that the frosting is made out of whipped cream. Why the fuck did you do that to me?
That is awful.
I met both of our
Who
faces.
would do that to someone?
There are people who do that.
Cindy, can you believe that?
Not
Whipped
okay.
cream on cake?
Yeah.
Oh, you might as well just phone it in on life.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to me? And in terms of music, I am an 80s new wave kid. So all of my like long-term favorite music is Depeche Mode and 9 Inch Nails, Going the Black and Cure and all that stuff. So I'll just fast forward to an answer that might resonate with you, which is my new favorite song, and it's only my new favorite song because I just discovered it, is You Need to Calm Down by Taylor Swift.
I know it.
I love that song so much, it makes me so happy. So thank you for your question. You also make me happy. Thank you.
See you soon. Bye, Kristen.
Hello.
Hi. So I have two questions. The first one's for all of you. If Donna, Jody, and Billy all went on a girls' weekend trip, where would they go and what would they do?
Real easy.
What's your second question? We need to think about the first one for a second.
My second question is for Lisa. So when you gave Dean the book that had his death/fate, did it actually say anything in it?
No. I actually
more
tried.
time.
Yeah, no, I actually tried to get them to tell me. I like looked at Jensen. I was like, so like, what's in the book? He's like, yeah, I know. It's not an answer. Yeah, I know it's not an answer. And I was like, that's okay. I've got some stuff in my head that I'm brewing because, you know, I have to play it. Like, I know it, but I do not. I just put a really like end of games kind of scenario in my head because they really wouldn't tell you. They wouldn't tell me. They're on the lock and key with that stuff. It was like, just know that it's imminent and it's bad. And I was like, oh, okay. I got nothing for you.
All right, back to us, I guess. I think, well, let's play it like one of us would be the planner, the ringleader, instigator. If Donna was the instigator for a girls' weekend, I think she'd try to get the girls to go to Vegas.
Oh my God, I was thinking Vegas too. I was like,
let's go, girls.
I'd be down.
Get ourselves some drinks, you know. We'll sit by the pool. Play some, you know, look at the eye candy or something. I think she'd try to get them all pretty drunk. And then they'd go to that Thunder Down Under.
I think you guys would be able to get drunk, but I don't know if Billy would get drunk. She'd always turn into like the take care.
I don't think either of them would.
Yeah.
I think they just like. Do you think Billy would take them?
I think Billy would take them to Vegas too, but I don't think she'd be able to get drunk. I think she's like,
Okay.
great guys, I'm happy to chaperone and I'm happy to be designated driver, but no amount of alcohol is gonna get me drunk. Yeah.
My suspicion, which I don't know why this came to me, but it'll tell you a lot about Kim and not Jody, is that I think that I just watched these two until Donna passed out. I'd make sure she was safe and breathing and not in a position to throw up and suffocate. And then I'd just look at
I'd be
Billy
like,
and,
I'm not reaping her tonight. She's
yeah,
good.
no, I'd check. I'd be like,
She's not on your list, right? No, she's
Nah,
just
okay.
sleeping.
you want to make out?
Yes, and.
Yeah. I think that would be like, my girlfriend's asleep, so, how you doing? Yeah. Grateful for your question! Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, my name's Angelica. I love all you ladies, you're very badass. But my question is for Lisa Berry. What is your best thing about playing both Billy/Death on Supernatural and Sister Cleophas on Shadowhunters?
I love playing both of them. I think my favorite thing about playing Billy/Death is just how grounded and powerful she is. I've always seen her like a tree. Like she's just that immovable force that says, you move. And I love that about her. So as an actor, getting to sit in that kind of energy is really, really great. And with Sister Cleophas, I love that she was so flawed. She was just on the wrong side of it the whole time. And for those of you who watch the show, it's just like, oh, she just didn't know. She just didn't know, and if she knew, she would have made a totally different choice. And she's got a lot of regret. So I just love that she got to be flawed and imperfect and having to atone, which are characters I don't often get to play. Thanks for your question.
I wanted to ask if all three of your characters were in the same episode, how do you think they would be in the episode or hang out around each other?
Well, we kind of know how Jodie and Donna are together a little bit. So I guess, can we turn it to how would Jodie and Donna react to Billy?
Yes.
I think that Donna would be scared and intrigued. Scared enough to go, I don't want to say the wrong thing around you, but do you want to come over? I'll make you some soup. Yeah, I think that's Donna's bag, is people that are really different from her, that she kind of feels like she could learn something from them. I don't know if that's true, but she's willing to find out.
I mean, I feel like if we all got to be in an episode together, I think it would start off with Billy just being so Stonewall. But because you guys are so cool, by the end we'd be having Cheetos and
Going to
watching
Vegas.
movies, and we'd be driving to Vegas, and it'd be just a really fun time. Because I think you guys would be able to loosen up Death.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I want an episode of that. I said, no, I'm just kidding. Ready, go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. I wanted to know what are some questions that you guys wish that we asked, but we don't.
So I love the fact that you think there's ever been a thought in my head that I didn't say. Bless your sweet heart. Do you understand the level of verbal vomit I am capable of? I get questions about how many times do you generally walk into your trailer? And I go, okay, let me explain to you the spiritual experience I had when I became a mother and then found a connection between my child and my own childhood, and then I was near Jensen and he made all the thoughts leave my brain again. I'm sorry, what was your question? So my answer is, I love the creativity. The only questions that make me sad are when I don't think you're being honest. Ask what you want to know. If I ever am unwilling to answer a question, I will do you the courtesy of telling you why. I will not shame you. I will not get angry. But ask me anything and give me the opportunity that if I don't want to answer, I will say, you know what? here's why I'm unwilling to address that, but thank you so much. So ask whatever the fuck you want.
Also, to add to that, if there's something we want to say and nobody's asking it, we will take a question, ignore it, and then answer however the fuck we want.
Thanks for your question.
Thank you. That was actually a turn of great question. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Hi. Glad to see you guys are out of Kim's closet.
It's very warm in there.
So my question is actually for Kim and how Zach and Coda's mom would react to Jody in that universe.
You seem very satisfied as a solo woman. Can you give me some points? I think Jody is a woman who understands her needs and how vibrators work. I think Carrie is a woman who still is sleeping on the couch and doesn't have her own bedroom and needs help. Poor Carrie, God bless her
I
heart.
feel like Jody would go up to Carrie and just be like, honey, kick one of those boys onto the couch. Take the bed.
Take the
fucking bed.
Take the fucking, I don't think they get along well. Because I don't think they'd have a lot of patience for each other's bullshit. Like, all of Carrie's stuff would just irritate Jody. It would be like, I have a gun, would you like me to solve this problem or not? Meanwhile, Carrie would just be like, you're a little harsh. It's just an elevator. No, I hate it when I tell you that they wouldn't get along, but I don't think they get along at all.
Hi, I love you guys so much, just as an aside. Okay, oh my god, I just forgot my question. Okay, sorry, I'm like a ball of anxiety right now.
Doing great. It's because we're very scared.
No, just because I love you so much.
I love you, you're doing fine.
Don't worry, you're not gonna die. You're good. We love you.
It's funny because I thought I was gonna die on the train today. So my question is, so I was asked to be the main protagonist in a short film at my university this semester. So I was wondering if you guys had any advice on that.
Have fun.
I was just gonna say that! Damn it!
Know your lines. Be on time. Have fun.
Listen. My relationship with my career of acting is complicated. And so for me to sit here and be like, go, do you want to be an actor? Is that your aspiration?
I mean, like, that's one of the big dreams, but it's never gonna happen, so.
Okay, well, you can just... Alright. Listen, you have got the wrong broads on this stage right now.
Even yourself. You have to.
Why are you? Alright, we're scaring her.
She's like, guys, I think I might die.
Deciding to be an actor is making the decision to be okay with being rejected from your inside out on a daily basis. And learning to be okay with that is a minute-to-minute practice in mental health, in spiritual health, in learning who you are, and learning your worth, learning what you have to offer, learning what you have to offer that other people don't have to offer, learning that other people can offer things that you can't offer, and that's fucking cool too. It is it's to say I love entertaining. I always say that I'm an entrepreneur first and an entertainer second because I love entertaining. I don't love just acting. I love like fucking throwing chairs for people. You know what I mean? I'll do anything to try to make you guys laugh. But being an actor, the business of it, and even when you are on set and you're connecting to your character, it is a lot from your soul. It is a lot from your spirit, and everything in me wants for me to go fly, be an actor. But I'm not going to say that without also in the same breath going, you got to make sure you're good at your core. You got to make sure you know what you have to offer this world. You got to make sure that you feel good about what you have to offer, whether other people think that or not, because they will. And that applies to all of life. People are always going to go, you know what? You fucking suck. And you go, well, I think I'm pretty cool, so fuck you. and you don't even have to say fuck you. I'm just saying that to be funny. But I want you to go, I know that you're going to do a good job, just based on how nervous you are telling us about it right now. You obviously care about it. But I want you to do a good job from the inside out. I want you to feel happy with yourself in that role. Does that make sense? So go fly in your own way.
And try it out. Like, that's the thing, is like, when we theorize things in our head and like just domino it that way, we're like, I think I'd like it, and I think it'd go great like that, and if I did it like that, it'd probably work out okay. Yeah, you know what, yeah, it's great, I like it, that's what I do. I'm gonna be an actor. But you gotta actually take action. Once you do the film that you're gonna be amazing in, you'll know a little bit more if this is what you actually want to do. And I also want to say that we are in the era of the multiple entrepreneurs, because I have so many other things that I love to do. I was a personal trainer, I was a makeup artist, and these are all things that I love to do. But I gave up for a long period of time because I didn't think you were allowed to do it all. Like, entertain all of the ideas that made you feel alive when you did them. And now we live in the era where if you want to be an actor and you also want to be a chiropractor and you also want to be a yoga instructor and you also XYZ, you can actually do that and build a whole life around that. But you really do have to say yes to the opportunities and try them out and take action, because that's how you'll actually get your roadmap. You know, do you feel me?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, Kim hasn't spoken up yet.
No.
Mother needs to talk.
Tell me your name again.
I'm Kate.
Kate. All right, so here's the fucking truth. You say it'll never happen. The way to guarantee that's the truth is to believe that. If you believe it will never happen, it will never happen. That isn't to say if you believe it will happen, it will. But I know from firsthand experience that wanting something, trying my best, and having it not happen hurts like your soul is on fire. But you know what else hurts like your soul is on fire? Never fucking trying to have what you want. Do it.
Go for it.
Thank you so much.
Isn't there a quote? You can fail at what you don't want to do, so you might as well go after what you do want to do.
Yep. You will hear more about that in the next episode of the Wayward Podcast. The one after. We literally did a whole podcast on it. Well done. Well, that's a nice light question. I think she was quite ready for that. She's like, I'm going to be in a movie. What should I know? We're like,
But then you gotta remember, like, we're like, I've been doing this like 15 years, we're like deep. Do you know what I mean? So I always like to be mindful when you're new, because I always tell a lot of students that I coach, I'm like, live it before you believe it, don't believe it before you live it. Because everybody has their experience in this business, and they're gonna tell you, just like we will tell you, we have all our opinions, but the truth is your journey is really going to be specific to you. As much as we've all experienced a lot of the same things, the specifics are so different. that you really gotta be like focused on you, and like Briana said, just finding your center and being good at your core in yourself, and that is a game changer. That is what most artists aren't bringing, and what separates you from the pack, because most people are like, I need this, give me something, approve of
Show me my work.
You know what I mean? Versus, I'm grounded, I am centered, and just like Briana and Kim are saying, it's like, I know who I am, I know what I want, I'm allowed to go after it, and if it hurts, afterwards, I'll deal with that too. You know what I mean? So, just as that's one of those like long answers.
It sure as fuck is. All right, let's go to you, my love.
I wanted to know if you guys were put into the supernatural world for a day, what would you do?
As people.
As us?
Yeah.
What's my proximity to Sam and Dean?
And like, what's the rating of the episode? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Whatever, the show's done anyway. In a good way! Let's make it an HBO show now! Yeah. What do you and Kim talk about when your microphones aren't in front of you? Now you know. I would be scared. Period.
I would probably try to pet a werewolf.
Totally.
I'd be the one that would be like, can I make friends with the fuzzies? Because maybe I could. You bet me I'll be your fucking friend! Love me! And I'd die quickly.
No, I'd be like, see, I knew my demons were gonna come and get me one day. I fucking knew it. I knew it. And I'd just be running the whole time. At some point, I'd probably be like, no, I've had enough. I try and be brave, but
I'd be so fucked. I can't run that fast. I don't have a gun. What the fuck am I gonna do? I would hide. Be like, Billy, I got a big bag. I can't hide that many places. So.
Thank you.
I have never heard more disappointment and judgment and a thank you in my life. Thank you.
This is our smart friend who asked a really brilliant, intelligent question. Thank you.
I appreciate the fact that she was away from the microphone before she went, why do I even?
I love that though. That's exactly what I would have done. I had to deal with these fucking people up here. Oh, that's so good. Thank you.
She didn't really mean
I'm
that.
stealing that. I'm stealing it. No, I don't know where you are, but we're love. We're love, right? She's like,
No, I did mean it.
You're a great character. Okay. Hello.
Hi. What was your first impression when you guys met Jensen and Jared?
Ew. Slowly my clothes fall off. I didn't know who they were. I had watched the show. You guys heard me tell this story a million times. I started working in TV like 6 months prior to being on Supernatural because I was pregnant and I need some fucking money. And I got this job. I was super excited about it because I loved the character so much. And it's so funny when Jensen tells this story, it's so different because I came on set and I was like, I'm gonna do my job. I was fairly new to working on set, so I still was like, okay, that's the camera and I had to like really be very specific about how everything was done because it's so technical compared to theater and comedy. And I came on set and was just like, Phil Cerricio was the director, introduced me to Jensen, I shook his hand, I was like, can't look at that too long. Then I met Jared, I was like, that's gonna hurt my neck. And then I did my job, and then we all know the joke where Jensen was like, it was the donut scene, was that first scene we did together.
Yeah.
And Jensen was like, oh, she's really holding it together. And then he takes a donut and takes just the biggest, most ridiculous bite. And I didn't even laugh. I was just like, can we cut? It's too much. It's too much. And they laughed and laughed and laughed. And then Jensen tells the story like I came on set like a total pro, and all he thought was, she's holding it together. I'm gonna try to crack her. I'm gonna try to crack her. But really, I was just fucking terrified. But he did also say like, oh, you came on set, and it was very clear you had no idea who I was. So they were fine. They were fine. They'll do.
My first scene was me watching everyone I know and love, including my child and husband, burn on a funeral pyre. So like, let's just start off with the birth scrape, shall we? And we were out in the middle of the woods, and I'm just like, okay, what am I gonna do? And then I see somebody drive past on a teeny tiny motorcycle. I see someone else drive past on a teeny tiny motorcycle. Like, okay. And then I see them get off and start throwing the football at each other's heads. And at other people. And I'm like, I'm so fucked. So I'm like, got everything ready, da-da-da, we walk over, da-da-da. I'm like, okay. They're off their teeny tiny motorcycles and they're done throwing things at people, and the two boys come over and da-da-da, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. And they both, all of a sudden, just like, it was like something dropped. And they both went, okay, what do you need? That was good, that does it, okay, let's roll the cameras, thank you so much. So my first impression was, I'm so fucked, and my second impression was, I am so perfectly taken care of, there is no way that they will let me fail. So, and that's the one that I still have. So that's Jensen and Jared for me.
I love that so much. My first time, I was working with Jared, and Phil was directing us, and I was nervous, really, really nervous, and I wanted to puke in my mouth a little bit, and I was doing affirmations in my trailer, like, you got this, you got this, you got this, you can do this, you can do this, ground yourself, you know what to do. And then I went on set, and everybody was incredibly kind, and I knew all my lines, and that was just enough for me. And I could sing my song, and I didn't puke in my mouth at the same time, so it was a win. It was a big win. And they were kind, so I took it. That was my first time. It was really good news. Thank you.
Hi. Hi. So if you could pick an episode or plot line from Supernatural to be the basis for a real Broadway-bound Supernatural musical, which would you choose and why?
Baby! Come on, think of all the car songs there would be. Be like Grease Lightning all over again.
I think Mystery Spot would be fun as a Broadway musical.
French Mistake. Wayward Sisters.
There's one in there to avoid that one.
You wouldn't say it, I was gonna say it. Because I was just thinking of all the duets.
Oh, man.
It'd be great. I'm gonna say Wayward Sisters as my final answer. That was just so good for me, and it was helpful for me to have that process in front of people. And the friends that you make, I mean, I'm still friends with like a lot of my peeps from theater school. Then that's like 15 years ago. So I've had people with me in the trenches who I just love to death. And the people you meet in this business are going to be the lifeline for you, because if you surround yourself with the right people, then you will be uplifted and supported and cared for. And if you fall in with a crowd that is just out for themselves and doesn't really care about a team, then it's a different story. So I love my theater experience, but I will never tell anybody that that's the only way you have to go, or that you have to do theater or anything. I think craft is so specific, and not specific, so, what's the word?
Individual.
Yeah.
Individual experience.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, I went to theater school when I was 18, and I graduated when I was 20, and Theater school is great because all these things, it gives you structure. For me, it taught me a lot of history, a lot of old theater, commedia dell'arte, a lot of like methods of acting, Stanislavski, Stella Adler. These are all things that I love, they're part of my toolbox, but I don't think it's necessary. Unless that's what you are passionate about. But I don't think you need to go to theater school to be an actor. And I also don't think you should stop going to school because you are an actor. I still go to acting classes, I still go to singing lessons, I'm constantly learning. I feel stuck when I'm not learning. It's very uncomfortable to not know something, and I'm uncomfortable for a moment, and then I develop the skill or learn how to develop the skill. So I say just whenever you have an opportunity, any way it looks, just do that, just learn.
Yep. I absolutely agree with what Briana said. I have a master's degree, and one of the biggest disservices I did myself in my theater education was really wanting to show people that I knew it already. I wanted to be right. I didn't want to be in process. I wanted to have arrived. I wanted people to think I was already what I was trying to become. And when I have moved into a much kinder, more loving place in my life, to be like, yeah, like I used the phrase, I should have known that a lot. How the fuck are you supposed to know things until you learn them? Don't do that to yourself in general. No should have known. You are learning. It is a process. You are absolutely worthy to be where you are and allow that to inform your next choice. So the fact is, you can learn anywhere. Just I think you will find more joy in it and more patience with yourself, letting it be a process and learning instead of trying to show people you already know. Good luck. Kick his butt.
Yeah, I just got into performing arts school again, so thank you so much.
Kick its ass.
Thank you. Get it. Hello.
Hey guys. So comparatively, like Supernatural is so physically demanding. How did you guys get ready for like the fight scenes?
Hired stunt people. No, I'm just kidding. When we were preparing for Wayward Sisters, the studio had us in fight training for about 3 months beforehand. And that was so fun for me. They taught us so many different things. It wasn't just, they taught us jiu-jitsu, we learned weaponry, we learned, what is it when you take a weapon away from somebody? Disarming. We went to the shooting range a couple of times. We learned how to put a gun together. Lots of cool stuff. And Rob Hader, who is the stunt coordinator on the show, he's brilliant, lovely, and terrifying simultaneously. And he's like a proud papa. He worked really hard with us for that spinoff. And then I haven't done a ton of fight scenes. I did one fight scene in Breakdown, and then I did a small fight scene with Mark Pellegrino in the last episode. And those were awesome and terrifying and brilliant. But what's great is you get to do the part that's kind of hard. You're like, wow. And then you go to your trailer, and then the professionals fucking step in. And they are brilliant. Those stunt people, in some ways, not for my fight scenes, they put their lives on the line. They really do. They're trained, they know how to fall the exact same way 25 times without bruising themselves, let alone breaking something, which is what I would do. And I feel so excited when I see that there's a stunt person because I know that they're going to do their job and therefore make the scene look amazing. So I'm grateful to the stunt coordinator and the stunt people on that show. Thank you.
Hi, Kim and Briana. I was just wondering what the impetus behind Makeupless Saturday was.
Yay! Tell us.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I was getting ready to go out for dinner with my husband and daughter, going out for dinner with some friends. We'd just come home from the beach, so we were all rushing to hurry up and get ready. Valentina, my daughter, loves to like wear a dress when we go for dinner. She loves an occasion, you know. She's like, can I wear my hair down? You never let her wear it down. It's fucking naughty. Yep. And so she's like, can I wear a dress? And I said, yeah. And then I was putting on makeup, and she said, Mom, you look so pretty right now. And I said, thank you, honey. When you make compliments, it makes people feel really good about themselves. Thank you so much. And then she got really teary, and she said, I don't think you need to look that pretty tonight. And I was so confused. And I said, does you thinking that I look pretty make you feel unpretty? And she started crying, and she said, yeah. So I panicked, because I was like, where did she learn this? I grabbed her and stood her in front of the mirror and talked to her. I was like, okay, what about yourself makes you feel pretty? It doesn't matter what you look like, it matters how you feel. So we talked about how she loves when her hair is down. She loves the feeling of when she can't stop laughing. And I was just like, I was doing all of this with her, which is a mild Band-Aid solution to a problem that I didn't anticipate at such a young age, which was she already knew how to compare herself to another person. And we don't talk, we don't have negative body talk, any kind of that stuff in the house. So I was like, this is just something that needs to change.
She specifically mentioned putting on makeup.
She specifically mentioned makeup.
You put on makeup and
you
she
put on
can't.
makeup and she can't, therefore she's not pretty. So I said, I just decided I needed to do more. And I could do more, so I'm doing more. To make the point that it's not necessary to wear makeup, to be beautiful, to feel beautiful. I love wearing makeup. I love, love, love. I love makeup. I nerd out about it. But I don't wear it at home. Like, I'll put it on if I go for dinner, but I don't wear it every day. And so I'm not here to discourage people from wearing makeup. I'm here to encourage people to enjoy who they are at their core, everything about themselves. And we talk a lot about self-betterment and mental health and your spirit, but we don't talk a lot about looks because we feel it doesn't matter, but your looks do matter. Your inherent body, your face, your hair, your whole body, everything matters, and all of it is beautiful. And the point is kind of to reiterate the fact that you are beautiful on your own, you don't have to do anything. And if it's a day without makeup, then it's a day without makeup. So that's a long story. I took it to Kim, I told her the whole story, and she was like, I'm in! So we're gonna do it together.
I'm in too then. I'm so down.
Yeah.
I'm the person who posts selfies with no makeup and people think I'm brave and I'm like, just lazy.
Exactly.
You were talking earlier about something that I, as an entitled white lady, don't think about a lot, which is representation. And so when I am able to address an area where I actually could illustrate a broader range of representation, oh, that didn't come naturally to me, but now I know. How about embracing the side of me that isn't putting on makeup? Because I put on makeup for fun, but I also am willing to represent another side of me, and therefore maybe another side of a few of you that is like, nah, I'm gonna be naked today. So yay, naked! Yeah! Naked Saturday.
Hello.
Okay, so first off, I just want to say I love all three of you guys. You guys are a big inspiration to me. I love the way we're podcast. I'm catching up to it. I'm a big supporter of Wayward. I love, especially Kim. I grew up basically watching you from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And sorry, I'm a little nervous right now.
Doing great. I'll give you a loonie to step a little closer to the microphone. A loonie's a Canadian dollar. I know, cute, right?
Basically, you guys motivate me because I had a difficulty embracing myself, like who I am. I grew up with people people tell me like weird things, like, oh, I'm an outcast, not like everybody else. Sorry. It's just that me growing up in where I grew up at, I'm from Hispanic origin, so I grew up in a minority area, and I don't know I'm sorry, I'm like family right now. I'm just very nervous.
It's okay, honey, we got you. Was there a question you wanted to ask one of us?
No, I just want to thank you guys so much for being an
love
inspiration
that.
for me, that I'm learning how to embrace who I am. Like, I walk outside like this, so
Yes.
I like it. And, oh my God. What was I saying? That's just pretty much it, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. I'm so grateful for you to come up. I know that was probably hard for you. And just saying those things makes me feel like what I'm doing, what I'm putting into the world is the right thing. So I'm so grateful for you for sharing that with me. Okay?
So, this question has a little bit of a story behind it, so you're gonna have to roll with me. So I like to act. Well, I don't really like to act. I haven't acted before, but I want to get into it because ever since I started watching Supernatural, I've always wanted to act. But I also really like science and all that, and I like to draw and write. So I was wondering, because you guys brought up fanfic, I was wondering, could I make a suggestion for you guys of what to read?
Go for it.
Well, I have one that I wrote. It has over 9,000 reads, and it's called The Little Flower, and it's about this girl who is one of my characters, who I honestly wish I could tell you guys about, and like I wish she was on the show because she's just a really good character. And so it's about her, and she's just a strong, independent female character, and I just really like her, and I just wanted to give you guys a suggestion.
I love it.
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
It's called The Little Flower.
The Little Flower, everyone.
The Little Flower, thank you.
Thank you. Well done. Well done. Good pitch. Love a good pitch.
Hi.
Hi.
So I actually have two questions, one for Lisa, one for Kim. My question to Lisa is...
No, wait, no, Briana.
I love you,
Come back.
Please
Come
come
back.
I'm kidding. You asked your questions, my lady.
So how did you react when you found out you would be playing Death?
I just love this story so much. Kim, you're my favorite human being on the planet. Kim,
Good story.
True story. I found out from Kim. Because she was like, oh my God, that's so amazing, you're dead! And I'm like, I am? Nobody's called me.
And no writer has ever spoken to me again. Crazy, but true.
And so I got to find out from my dear friend, so I love that. And then it was like, hey, you're gonna be dead. And then I had to do the whole like, oh, great, awesome.
I
Yeah,
am.
Lisa.
Wow.
Oh my God. And I jumped up and down. It was really, really exciting. And then I was also very nervous because those are some pretty amazing shoes to fill.
I mean, to be fair, I thought they'd already told you. It wasn't like I came home with the information. It was like, wire alert, wire alert.
Oh, I was like, what kind of phone do you still have?
That's right. That's right. We communicate in Morse code. Shut up. I'm old. Leave me alone. I telegraph. Don't you?
So, and then my question for Kim is how in the world could you not like cheesecake?
You're not wrong.
Good question.
I own
Great
that.
questions.
You are not wrong. I 100% own that. I don't know. I think it's a failure. It's a deep failure. I own that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you guys so much.
Hi guys. Hi. I would like chocolate. I would like cheesecake if it had fudge sauce
I was
on
just
it.
gonna say, like, do you need like a
They
sauce?
always have fudge sauces on them.
They don't always.
What? It's just cheese?
You
Cheesecake?
can put berries or...
And all these people are
I'm not
fucking
gonna
so
go
sick of this
cheesecake.
question.
I know, they're like, forget it. Cheesecake, I'm out of here. Cheesecake, be gone. I'm going to go get ready for something else. Hi, guys. Really well. It was really well.
Hi guys, listen, they were way into you. You started dissing on Cheesecake. Kim, I don't know what you did.
It's my bad. It's completely 100% my bad.
But you may not know this, but this is also a shared supernatural/cake conference, and now all the cake makers.
I'm telling you, at least I have the foresight not to mention how I feel about cannolis.
Please don't go there! Ladies and gentlemen, Briana, Buckmaster, Kim, Rhodes, and Lisa.
Hey everybody, I know you're racing to the exits. We're excited. We just got a brand new shipment of these Loud and Swain shirts.